Hi, good morning, campers. We've had a really good week of hunting. I have I have killed some big game. Great hunter, yes. Fine figure of a man, yes. That is all you need to know. For those of you that don't know, that was Jeremiah Johnson, Robert Redford. Freaking love that movie. If you haven't seen it, get a bottle, go watch it. I highly suggest it. Want to start out with something that I'm really excited about because I'm a Penelope fan. They've been letting me down lately, but I'm still a fan. I'm still a really big fan, as a matter of fact. Oh, I should have pre-gamed. Here goes me getting in a hurry. So this is this big football weekend. Chiefs and Bills. Tell me who you like in the comments. I mean, a lot of my subscribers are from near where I live, which is just north of Kansas City or Kansas. And so imagine that if they're rooting for the Chiefs. We'll see, because the rest of the country doesn't want them to win. You tell somebody from Kansas City that, and, well, they won't believe it. This is, I got a drawer back here now. I don't have to go running about that. Oh my God, did somebody splooge on these? It's like Corey Chase's glasses.
Show your stepson how to do it. That's how you do it, Sam.
Yeah, if you don't know who that is, you should Google her. Anyway, this is the Penelope Architect, but it is the Crème brûlée. 110 proof. We're not going to start out with that. What we need to do is start out with the original Architect. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's bring him out for the boys and girls. Cats and kittens. I got a lot of fucking Penelope, man. So the original Penelope Architect that I got is 104 proof. Let's dive into this together. Let's learn together, boys and girls. So the back is different. This is the creme brulee. This is the, I don't know if you can see it. It's different. So on the original, we've got a graph showing the fruit on the nose, the oak and integration, persistency, spice, vanilla, oak perception on the nose, fruit on the palate, structure, toasted, and it all looks pretty well rounded to the outside of whatever that is. This, it says aged 4 years. Same. Well, this one's aged 4 years as well, but it's got 3 boxes. This one says there's an X on complex stave. So what I think we shall do is we're going to have a little sip, little sippy sip. We're sipping. Oh fuck, Butterfingers. We're going to have a little sippy sip of the original. To open, you know what we ought to do? If we're going to compare them, we probably ought to open up with something else. See, at this point, it's just an excuse to get fucked up on a Saturday night. Because I just drink more and more and more. And I've got the bottles turned the wrong way. You want to see them. You want to see them. You want to check them out. Just remember, creme brulee, original. So, we'll go over here to the wall, and we'll get ourselves some Dickel. What kind of Dickel we going to have tonight, Ron? Well, we're going to have a little bit of this rye Dickel. Which, come to find out, is MGP, and Dickel don't make their own rye. But you know what? Dickel produces in bottles a pretty tasty fucking rye. It's got an apple note on it. So we're going to open up with a rye. Maybe that's not a good idea. If it's not, tell me in the comments. I'd like to know. You know, I don't give a shit what anybody says. George Dickel's awesome. Tasted a little medicinal on the front. I'd never gotten that from that before. Normally it tastes like fucking apple blow pops. But it went away. May just be how I'm storing them. Might be getting a little air. Of course, I hope not, because that means it's dripping on my carpet, because they're all over there upside down, just waiting to be poured. Maybe I ought to be drinking them faster. Yeah. Good old Dickel. Well, while we're opening up the palate, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to tell me? I can see it in your eyes. You think I don't know? You think you can just hide it from me? I don't know where this is going. Yeah, it's a pretty good fucking rye. I don't care what anybody says. I like Dickel. All right. So we're going to try the original Penelope first. And we're going to see what the big fucking should-do is about the creme brulee, other than 6 proof. I mean, the cost really wasn't, I mean, this is 50 some bucks. This was 60 some bucks. It's not, I mean, I paid 10 more bucks for 6 proof, which means 3% more alcohol. So really, I mean, it better taste fucking good. That's all I got to say. Because I like this Architect. I like the original. I just burped that Dickel rye and I got a styrofoam note. Maybe I don't like Dickel. No, I like Dickel. I'll tell you what, I do like that Penelope Architect, man. It just smells so sweet on the nose. You do get a little fruit and caramel, and it's what do they call it? Stone fruit, like apricots and peaches. That's the kind of sweetness I'm getting. Anyway, here's the pussy and whiskey. Nice mouthfeel. The finish doesn't hang around as long as I remember. Of course, I've been swallowing enough of this stuff lately. I might have just burnt off all my taste buds. Very nice caramel note. I'm picking up a little barrel impact, but not, not wood hat. I love those guys. I fucking love me some wood hat. But this is good. This is good. I'm gonna leave a little in the glass just in case we want. I don't know what I'm saying that for. Fuck that. I got a whole bottle if I want to go back to it. All right. Now we're going to try the Penelope creme brulee. I don't even know if I've ever actually had creme brulee, let alone creme brulee Penelope. I sure hope this isn't infused with like French cupcakes. That's really going to piss me off, but I don't read that on there, so. The stone fruit to me is very, very much more profound. Almost a sugary sweetness, caramel, pick your fucking poison. And I'm picking up some char. Tiny bit. Just a tiny little bit of char. So let's see what she tastes like. You know, just when I think Penelope with that weeded has let me down as far down, rock bottom down as they can let me down, they go and totally redeem themselves. This is fucking delicious. It, the finish lasts much longer than the original Architect. All the flavors are a little more. There's a little more pop to them. And it's sweeter. It's wow. That's pretty good. I like that. I'm sure there's somebody out there in internet land that's got a whole lot more pull than me that's shitting on this. Let them. They can send me their bottle. That's good. That's good. Let's go back to the original real quick because it's pretty good. But that's real good. That's a really good bottle. It's not oak. It's char, but it's just right there at the end of the end. Just yeah, that's good. That's good. But this is better to me. To me, that's better. The flavors are brighter, if that makes sense. They're just more in your face, and the sweetness is. Yeah. That creme brulee is good. It may not be for everybody. I look for sweet, man. I do. I have a sweet tooth. I steal things. No, I don't. That's good. That's yeah. It's not the absolute best Penelope I've ever had. That's going to be this estate by far. Probably followed by the Rio. Then I'm going to say there's a tie between the barrel strength and the toasted. But it's right in there with the barrel strength and the toasted. I will say that. With this guy bringing up behind it. Not to say this is not good. This is a very good bottle. I highly recommend if you would pick up the Architect. It's around $50-ish now. Totally grab it. But if you see this guy, man, and you have the means and the desire and the drive, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the creme brulee is good. The creme brulee is good. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try another one that we picked up this week because it was a damn good week for hunting. Really damn good. Disco 10. Found it for 125 bucks. I know. You hate me. I'm a huge Bardstown fan. Everything I have up there, I love. I mean, right down to the original White Label Origin series. I mean, that's still a good bottle. Man, I am definitely using a full-size Glen for this. The Origin series is probably the best bottle and bond. It's my favorite bottle and bond. I keep saying that. I can't say it enough. If you can grab this, it's right around $49 in Missouri right now. That's a great bottle. The Weeder from the Origin series. I can't read because I don't have my glasses on. Is it's 106 proof, and it's excellent. It's huge. It's so good. It's so good. You want it to stay on your tongue. I got to make room for the disco because it's going up here. Somebody may have to take a fall. And you know what? It's going to be you. Because you were okay, but you are not disco. Slide you on back. There we go. And somehow I still don't have room, but that's weird. Okay. That is geometrically impossible what I did there, but yes. So the Discovery Series 10 from Bardstown Bourbon Company. There's a lot of people liking this bottle. It's very dark. It's not the darkest thing. I mean, it's not same old Moses Sherry finished where it looks like ink. But 114.24, and it's Bardstown. Man, I hope it's as good as they say. I hope it's as good as people are talking because I want it to be good. Teresa. I really want this bottle to be good. Especially since I gave 125 bucks for it. And I don't, once again, I keep saying I don't normally do that, but you know what? I wanted this bottle really bad. And I've seen it for as much as 185. So I think it was a good buy. And it's Bardstown. Even if it tastes like shit, it's going to look cool up there on my shelf. I get a lot of ethanol for 114. I'm picking up a lot of burn, a lot of fire. Like caramelized brown sugar and dark fruit, maybe. Do the whiskey tribe trick. A little perfume note. But that's nice. Now I can, yeah, it completely changes the way you nose things. That's awesome. It's like a goddamn magic trick. But there is definitely a little sting on the nose as far as the ethanol. Even with my mouth open, I'm getting that. Hey, you know what? I like that ethanol sting. It lets you know you're alive. I'm a huge fan of Red Line, and they're notorious for that little bite, and I like that. I dig that. I don't know why. It just kind of gives you that little extra snap that lets you know it's fucking whiskey or bourbon or what have you, whatever, whatever you're drinking. All right. Down the hatch. It's not as thick as I'd hoped, but the mouth feel is okay. It's okay, but the finish stays around a while. I am getting that perfumey thing a little bit, but it's got a candy. How do I want to describe that? The words dirty oak hit me about mid palate. I don't know why, but that's dirty oak. Um, nice caramel just coming into it, and then wet oak. That's what I want to say. Wet oak. Um, but yeah, that finish just keeps going. 114. That's a nice proof to be at. In all honesty, if we're being honest, that Penelope creme brulee at 110 is right where we like to live. This is this is good. It's not what I expected. It just got a little thicker somehow. Man, that's a nice pour. Um, that's a really nice pour. I don't want to get too excited because then I just look like an idiot. But and this is going to sound retarded. I shouldn't have said that. We're going to edit that out. I didn't finish saying it. Rhetorical. That's what I meant to say. This is going to sound rhetorical. You know what I meant. But I get that little. For those of you that are old enough, you remember smelling the Xerox sheets, or maybe that's not what they were called. But when they used to make in the '80s, they used to make photocopies, and you could smell them at school. I get that little Sharpie, inky kind of note about mid palate with the wet oak. That's what I want to say. But up to that point, it's yeah, caramel sweetness and a little hay, like fresh hay. That's not a bad thing. That's a good smell to me. I'm a farm kid. Man, when you knock hay down, you know it's springtime, late springtime. You're you're swimming. It's a good time to be alive. Late springtime, early summer for the first mowing. It's been a while since I've been a farm kid. Um, yeah, I get that little fresh hay note in there too. That's really Man, that's taking me back. No wonder everybody likes this stuff. It takes them to their fucking childhood. Don't hit me, Dad. I'm sorry. Oh. That's delicious, and my father would have loved that bottle. Whew. Yeah, Disco 10. I get it. I understand. I guess that's an ear of corn or a huge llama penis on the back of this bottle. I can't tell. We're going to hope it's an ear of corn. Otherwise, I'm not sure who they're selling this to. Although they do call it Disco. It's a good bottle. I don't want to follow it up. I'm afraid with what I was going to bring up next, I kind of want to do it in a later video now because this is so good. Everything else is going to pale. I mean, that Penelope creme brulee was delicious, but this, it gets better every sip. Every sip, I pick up something. Now I'm getting like little fresh corn husk in there, and I like it when I can taste the corn. That's good to me. It's not youthful. It's just delicious. Oh, it's not youthful at all. God knows how old this shit is. I mean, if it was around for disco. And is it going to say... Oh, whoa. Look at all this info. Okay, so it is a blend of 5 different mash bills. 3 from Kentucky, 1 from Georgia, and 1 from Tennessee. Tennessee, I am still thirsty. Those of you old enough to remember that song. My goodness. So we've got 9-year, 13-year, 10-year, 6-year, 10-year. Is this the bottle that Bruzel was talking about that had the turkey in it? Because they don't taste like turkey. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Maybe that bottom number is an 18. Oh, no, that's a 10. Yeah, that's a 10. Yeah. It could be. It could be. They all have malted barley. They all have rye. One has wheat. There's only one that's a high rye, and that is the 8% Kentucky 6-year. That is 53% corn, 26% rye, and 21% malted barley. This is good to know. There's nothing in here. There's 8% of this is 6-year. Everything else is 9-year or above. 62% of this is 9 years. And then we've got 10%, 2% at a 10-year, and an 18% at a 13-year. So that is not youthful at all. That's in the bourbon world, that's grandma, or at least like a great aunt. That you find, strangely attractive, and you shut up. Oh, and she knows it. She's a dirty old lady. Dirty, dirty old lady. That's good. God damn, that's good. Even with that little tiny Sharpie note that I'm not crazy about that, but that it just works with this somehow. maybe Sharpie's not the right word. It's like that smell you get off those photocopies when you were a kid. Like perfumey, but sweet. God damn, it's sweet. I don't know which one. The creme brulee Penelope is a little sweeter, but this is sweet that leads into other things. That's just a joyride for your tongue. God, that sounded really sexual, and I didn't even mean to. That wasn't what I was going for. God damn, that's good. So I picked this up at. Sorry, I had a little bourbon burp. It's better than a bourbon fart. Those burn. So I picked this up at Bubbles in Parkville, one of my favorite stores. Even the guy that rang me up couldn't believe it was that cheap. He said, he looked at the other fella, the manager, and said, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's right." Yeah, that's right. Man, what a good bottle. I'm really happy I pulled the trigger on that. So, tomorrow night, we're going to have our first guest on the show. A really good friend of mine. I'm not going to give it away, but he's going to come over and we're going to taste a few things, and then we're going to see if we can Uber him home. Probably going to see if I can shove some of that in him. That, you know what, that deserves a place of honor. Not that the rye is not good, but oh, look at that. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful hookers. Mm. I feel like I want a cigarette. That's how good that was. Oh, Lord. So, man, I tell you what, if we go ahead and open this other one, which I've got 4 more that I hunted this week, we're going to go, one of which is going to be a present for my brother. So we're not going to open it until I can get his big ass over here. So, yeah, that's right. I'm 6'1", 250, and there's 2 of me. I'm invincible. But I found this guy. I hope he's not watching. Maybe it would do some good if he did watch, because then maybe he'd come see me, because he'd know he'd have a really good bottle of fucking whiskey here. This is a private selection from Barrel Craft. The reason I got it for him was because it's called David's Dram, which I'm sure David is I don't know, he killed Goliath, but it's also my little brother's name. And I say little, he outgrew me 30 fucking years ago. It is 125.6. I wasn't going to give this to him. I wanted this bottle for myself, but I'm going to make him come to my house and visit me before I give him that. Digger, if you're watching, you don't get this unless you come see me, okay? It's like Christmas from Grandma. You got to get a visit. It is whiskey finished in St. Agrestis Brooklyn Amaro casks, which that stuff I looked up because I had no idea what that shit was. Apparently, it's a liqueur that's made there. And this is supposed to taste like angel semen. Just delicious. Everything I've read about it says yes. It's a yes. So anyway, we're not going to open that one up until my little bubby, who's now in his mid-40s, comes and visits me, and he gets his Christmas/birthday present. because this thing was expensive enough that it's both. So anyway, got that one. Now, if I can find another bottle of it, I'm going to pull the fucking trigger and I'm going to drink the shit out of it. I'm going to FaceTime you while I do it, Dave. In the meantime, I picked up a couple, but I think I'm going to save them for tomorrow night. I am, however, going to open this bottle, which I have sampled at one time, but it's been a long while ago. And I remember being just head over heels, but didn't want to pay the $100+ for this hand-selected single barrel of red line coming in at 119 proof, finished in vanilla brandy cask. This is from their experimental cask series. Now, I like red line. I've been hearing some rumors that red line might be maybe downsizing a little bit. I hope not. I hope they never go away. I hope they're always awesome. Because, man, everything I've tasted from red line is a yes. I mean, friggin' everything. The only bottle of theirs that I have not sampled that I own is this Elements, which we'll do some other time. But look how dark that is. How could it be bad? Well, Clyde, this ain't for you. Their Bald & Bond is good. The Hive edition is excellent. Their Toasted Barrel is phenomenal. This is the straight bourbon whiskey finished in Amberana oak. It's 103 proof. I'm not a big Amberana guy. I'm pretty sure that's the Brazilian oak stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And I know I like the Penelope Rio, which is Amberana and honey, because it just works. Mostly because the honey somewhat hides the Amberana, which, come to find out, same thing with the Hive. This Redline Hive edition at 112 proof, finished in honey and Amberana cask. I like this better than the Rio, and also it's about 2/3 the price of the Rio, and going down, and so much easier to get. And I think it's better. I personally think it's better than the Penelope Rio. And I did a blind with it, the Rio, and the Good Times honey, and it went Redline Elements Hive edition, Penelope Rio, then Good Times, or Good Times Penelope Rio. I think Good Times was second, and only because the Penelope Rio, the Amberana shines through a little bit brighter, whereas this, they melded together, and it was nice. Haven't tried this one yet. Going to, but here's the thing. When your girlfriend's smoking hot, you don't want to look at her warts. Nah. You don't want to look at her hammer toe. That could be her hammer toe. Okay? That could be. That, actually, you know what? That could be a lot worse than a hammer toe. Because if it's just focusing on the Amberana, that could be a goddamn hemorrhoid. So, without further ado, we're going to move on to this red line that we know is sexy, hemorrhoid free. We're going to try her again. 119 proof, which is a little heavy on the proof side for me, but you know what? The more I drink, the more I look for higher proof. Unfortunately, if my mom's watching, she's probably worried now. Oh, Jacqueline. $119 red line, experimental cask, vanilla brandy cask, finished. The fuck is all this? The journey to perfection is a lifelong endeavor. You know, just once I want to look at the back of a bottle of bourbon and they say it's fucking good. That is absolutely a red line profile. That is hot MGP with a very classic whiskey smell. But man, it smells like hot MGP. It's ethanol-y as hell. Classic red line. Totally the red line. I don't know if I own a red line that's this hot though. This is 119, 112. That guy was 103. I've got a Bourbon that's 100. I have a cask strength that comes in at 118.5, but I haven't opened it to try it, so I really couldn't tell you. I've got a fucking phenomenal toasted barrel at 109. So yeah, this is the hottest stuff from Redline I've tried. I have sampled this bottle before and thought it was excellent, but that was many moons ago. It was many pours ago. We've grown. We've grown. We've expanded our palate. We've made mistakes. We've learned from them. We've journeyed. God damn, it smells like it's going to kick your ass. That's got to be what Rhea Ripley's pee smells like. Like it's just going to kick the shit out of you. Maybe that Jordan Grace chick. One of them. No, hers would smell like steroids and Wheaties. Steroids and Wheaties. Well, ain't no time like the present to find out. But
another juggernaut driver by Grace.
Present to find out. But birthday candle. Suck the frosting off a birthday candle. That's what I get on the very end of that. Oh, I was worried. Following up the Bardstown Disco 10, which I should stop calling that Disco 10. Everybody calls it that. It's Discovery Series 10. I've already forgotten about it. I'm sorry. You're a delicious bottle. This is amazing. It's as good as I remember. I remember doing a little dance when I tried this. Oh, and I wanted, if I could dance. It's like a cupcake. It's like drinking a goddamn high-proof cupcake That's so good. Look, they got this at Bubbles in Parkville for, I believe it was $79. Don't walk, run. Don't even tell your wife where you're going or your husband, whoever's watching. Who am I kidding? I have like a 2% female viewer. So for you 2%, don't even tell your husband where you're going. Just let him believe you're having an affair. It doesn't matter. So when you bring this home, he's not going to care who you're banging on the side. This is good. That's good. No, it's great. That's a 9 something. That's a 9 something. That is great mouthfeel. It's got all that sticky sweetness that I want. Like I said, it tastes like a goddamn birthday cake. The only thing I'm not getting is any of the oak char smoky that I look for. I'm just not picking any of that up because of all that fucking vanilla goodness. And it's vanilla and caramel and vanilla and caramel and vanilla and caramel. And that's delicious. That is. Are you better than the Calumet? Are you better than the Calumet 16? I'm telling you, this is the hot girlfriend. Red Line. Red Line's the one that you put up with a lot of shit for. You're like, God damn, she's dumb. She's really fucking dumb. She doesn't get any of my jokes, but she's this goddamn gorgeous that I'll just tell them to myself. That is fucking delicious. Red Line vanilla brandy cask finished. 119 proof. My God, that's good. Now I have to end this video on this one because the only other two that I picked up this week were wood hats. And I'm a really big wood hat fan, but if I follow up with something and one of them stands the chance to be okay, the other one's going to be delicious. But if I follow up with okay after this, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel real bad. God damn, I don't want that to end. That's fucking ridiculously good. There should be like laws against whiskey tasting this good. Bourbon, if you will. Oh, God, I want a gallon of this. Oh, it even burps nice. How often can you say you drink a bourbon that burps nice? I've never said that. Bourbon burps are like, oh, God. Not that. I welcome it. I welcome that bourbon burp. 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 That's fucking so good. That's like drinking birthday cake. It's almost too sweet. That's why it's not a 10. And I don't get a lot of smoker oak. So we're going to say 9.2. Maybe 3. Because it's got everything else. It's got proof. It's got that ethanol kick that I like. It's got vanilla caramel, just cake. Cake. so much cake, there ought to be trumpets in the band. That's really good. All right, so what have we learned tonight? We've learned that that's really good. We also learned that we're not opening this until my brother comes over. I'm sure he's not watching. He probably hasn't even subscribed because he's never supported anything else I've ever done. You dick. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. He's one of my best friends. We've learned that that this Penelope is still pretty damn good, but that's just a little bit better. And this guy, holy shit, did I drink something else? No? Well, I'll watch it later and find out. I don't think I did. Oh my God. This is so good. This is really good. This red line, man. Okay, the bourbon bust is coming, y'all. It's coming. And I really hope these guys survive. Just to give you my thoughts, I think a lot of people that don't distill their own stuff, I think a lot of people that source primarily will probably not survive the bust. The bourbon apocalypse that they keep saying is coming. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't even know if it's going to happen. But if it does happen, there aren't going to be many people, in my opinion, that are just finishing and bottling that are going to make it. There's probably the upper crust that do it, that really know what they're doing, that have a following. They will. But there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of craft spirits, so to speak, that don't distill their own juice, that are, I think, aren't going to make it. I really hope these guys do, because that is so goddamn good. I have not had anything bad from Redline yet. They really know what they're doing. They take a bunch of MGP corn squeezins and turn it into unicorn semen. It is just, this is a goddamn birthday cake. This is so goddamn good. I can't say enough about it. Well, I guess this is the point in the video where I ask you to tongue punch that like button in the fart box and subscribe. And if you're this deep, I hope you already have. I should probably start saying this a lot sooner. Yeah, that makes more sense. Because really, the people that have subscribed are the only ones that are following this far along, unless you just want to see the train wreck. Like, the difference between Les Stroud and Bear Grylls, I don't know if you remember those reality shows. Bear Grylls was this, British special forces guy that could, like, you drop him off in Antarctica naked and he builds a 3-story house with indoor plumbing with a butter knife and some fishing twine and a full suit of clothes. Whereas Les Stroud was this Canadian dude, and you watched him for a completely different reason, because you were quite certain that he was going to die and you were going to watch it on TV. I am the Les Stroud of whiskey tubers. Yeah. Oh, boy, I hope he didn't die doing those, because that's really dangerous, because he was his own cameraman, and he was very entertaining, but god damn, I watched that man come close to death a lot of times. That being said, I think I'll have a little nip of the Antique 107, because I got a line on another bottle, so I don't have to I don't have to treat this like liquid gold or the cure for cancer or whatever the hell we're treating it as. Fucking okay. Of the wheated bourbons, this beats Bardstown. This beats. I'm sorry, Holiday. I love you, but it beats you. I can get you a whole lot easier. You're just down the road, and I support you, and I fucking love you. But my God, this is so good. This is a treat. This is like, hey, Ron, you did good. You did good this week. You're a salary employee that worked 6 days this week. And 2 of those days, it was negative Fahrenheit when you got to work. -3. You deserve this. I don't know if I deserve this, and this. Do I deserve this? Did I do that good? Fuck yeah, I did. I don't know why they went ahead and made CYPB and Single Barrel and Weller 12, which I haven't opened. I'm scared to. I don't know why they went ahead and did that. They made this, and they should have just said, from now on, this is all we're making. That's what they should have done. This is all we're making, folks. Antique 107. It's the perfect proof. Right in between 100 and 110. It's the weeder without the weeder funk. Everything positive about a weeder. Sweet, little heat, little love. I deserve you. Just a tiny little grain note that's just perfect on the mid palate. God damn. For those of you that haven't had Weller Antique 107, which we are drifting way off course because I just don't want to stop drinking. That's a bad sign, I know. Man, give it a shot. If you go to a place that offers pours, and you know the kind of atmosphere I'm talking about, where they hand you the bourbon list, and you haven't had this, give this a shot. You won't be sorry. This is probably, I'm going to regret saying this. I know, because I've tried a couple things tonight that made me, it rivaled it. But it's also 12 proof higher, and well, it was $10 cheaper. Actually, the last place I found that was $89. This was $79. I think in Kentucky, I actually paid like 140 something for one. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you sell a kidney. Try Weller Antique 107. It's just perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I don't know what they're doing at Weller to make their stuff so good. And I'm jumping on a bandwagon here because everybody likes Weller. Oh, it's Buffalo Trace. Oh, it's Weller. Man, what ain't good though? Let's not bullshit each other. Buffalo Trace for 32 to 34, 29, whatever you're getting it for. I mean, I've picked up, I don't know if you can see the price tag on this special reserve. $26.99. That's not a lot. And that's a good bottle. I mean, it's 90 proof, excellent weeder. It's a good bottle. Paid a little bit more for the 12, but I've paid anywhere from for the Buffalo Trace, which is a fucking solid fucking pour, man. It's fucking good. Paid anywhere from $29 to fucking 39. I'm not ever gonna pay more than that. You know what? I draw the line at $30 for Buffalo Trace from this point on. How's that? That Stag, Jesus Christ, Don Fry's pour, which I don't know that it actually is Don Fry's pour, but it fucking should be because it's got a kick. It's got a kick like a Japanese pro wrestler. It's goddamn. I wish Stag was more available because if it was, I'd buy more of it. But man, what a kick. What a fucking powerful kick. But a great goddamn pour. And it's not just because it's Stag. If you handed me that in a blind, I could pick it out because number one, it's delicious. And number two, on the end of it, I actually fall to the fucking ground holding myself because it's got a hug. It's got a hug like a goddamn polar bear. But you don't mind. You don't mind that polar bear is going to wrestle you to the ground and possibly rape you. I don't think I can say rape. I can if it's a polar bear. I can if it's a polar bear. Because what are the odds of that happening in reality? I mean, there ain't no polar bear in Missouri. None that would find me attractive anyway. I digress. Weller's a good product. I know they're a huge outfit that everybody just seems to love. They're like the Levi Strauss of bourbon. Everybody wears them. But there's a reason. There's a reason. Because they're fucking good. They fit nice. I can't wear 501s anymore. I'm just letting you all know. I got a buddy, Mark Witt. I've known this guy, worked with him side by side for 23 years now. I have never seen him wear anything except 501s because his physique has not changed in 23 years, where mine has went from gymnast construction worker to Barney Rubble. Fat Barney Rubble. Diabetic Barney Rubble. Good for Mark. I love that guy. He's the only other guy I work with that knows who the band Junkyard is. If you like Junkyard, tell me about it in the comments. If you don't know who they are, look them up. They're fucking awesome. They got a song called Get Your Hands Off My Girl. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to listen to, and you're hooked. That's all you need to know, and you're hooked. Well, look, this has been fun. And I'm going to see you cats again tomorrow night. So, thanks for playing.